When I was just a baby, Mama told me, girl, you best believe in Jesus if you make it in this world. I'm going back to the river, but no one knows my name. This series is the outcome of a depressive episode that I had. Although I don't really know if it's a depressive episode because sometimes I can feel a little bit more manic than just like pure sadness, although that is a part of it. When I was in it, I was like, would I be feeling these things if it weren't for social media? Obviously, when you're in a depressive episode, like the one thing that you do is scroll TikTok or Reels or whatever it is. And I was safe. Like, my body was safe. I was okay. There was no technical outside stresses. So I thought, well, it's got to be what I'm consuming, so it is social media. And that kind of led me into like a big spiral of thoughts that just kept going and going for days straight. You know, I've thought many of times to get rid of my social media, and I kept giving myself the same excuse. And that excuse was, well, like, I want to be discovered. I want to be known as someone, and social media is going to be the way for me to do that. I'm turning 27 this year, and although, I'm not trying to be all negative in this video. Like, there are so many things that I have accomplished in my life that I never thought I would accomplish. Me having TikTok and Instagram and doom scrolling those apps haven't helped me. I'm gonna delete my social media for a bit. I have done this before. Weirdly enough, when I did this last, it was actually during quarantine, which is kind of weird because it's like social media was the one way that people could actually connect, and there was a good reason for social media at the time, maybe. Have you guys heard of the dead internet theory? It was a theory that was going around, I guess at the time when it originated, it was a little bit far-fetched, but it was that all the content that we were seeing was essentially like computer generated, AI generated, and it wasn't real. It was crazy at the time when it first came along, but look how quickly AI has like progressed, and what we're seeing now is just so much AI and so much generated content. It's actually impossible to get away from it. And now it's like we're kind of just creating content for the sake of creating content because that's the thing that you're supposed to do. So that was always my reasoning. That was my reasoning for keeping my Instagram, for keeping my TikTok. I want to create art, not content. And TikTok and Instagram, I always thought of just like an extension to YouTube. It can benefit you. That's how you get discovered. Then in turn, what happens is that you're just watching these creators. You're thinking, well, this is working for them, this is not working for me, maybe I should do this, maybe I should be more like that. And even though we try so hard not to compare, I always give myself this rule, like I am not allowed to compare myself to people that I see online. Like, even if we try our absolute hardest, we are constantly comparing. I find that most content on the internet now can be put into a box. I mean, you can kind of name the genres of content on the internet. You've got your fitness influencers, your lifestyle influencers, you've got your money-making influencers. The more that I watch these other people, the more I thought I would need to like transform myself into trying to be an influencer. And I don't think deep down I am an influencer. I never really thought of myself as an artist, but I certainly live like a struggling one. I can't set myself apart on the internet. Like, YouTube has always been mine. It's like my little I'm not going to say safe space because it is kind of intimidating, just like sharing my thoughts with whoever is deciding to watch. But then only the people who really, really care are going to watch. I mean, you chose to click on the video, so you know exactly what this is. When I look back on this year so far, my most favorite moments are, surprise, surprise, never on my phone. My favorite parts of the year have been in this home with my friends, wine nights, and we play games and we chat, and I'm with my most favorite people. I'm gonna be 27 this year. This is like the almost years, you know, like I'm almost 30. This feels incredibly vulnerable, but also it's really hard for me to get a grasp of like what I will and won't find cringy later on when I've maybe like come out of this state, or you know, if I decide to rewatch this video back in a couple of months' time. It's really hard for me to grasp like what's cringy and what's not, but I also don't want to be one of those people that just like label everything as cringe. If I'm not on the internet, then how am I gonna know? Unless you guys let me know. Yeah, I hope that with this series we can connect with each other properly. I think this series is going to be a form of like my thoughts, journal entry, diaries of just this like period in my life where I'm trying to figure it all out. I'm trying to make things happen. I will see you all in my next one. Bye.
Get out of here.
It's like
that.
You know that.
Wait, we never even got to the question.
I know we like fully went on that.
That's where we went here.